Good morning, everybody. This is Patrick Lee, and it's time for Midweek Motivation Live. We'll be right back after this. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is doing all right today. It's late May in 2022. I think May 25th to be exact, when this episode runs on your favorite podcast platform, Midweek Motivation Live. Today's show will be titled, You Can Be the One Too. What does that mean? I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit today. And let me adjust this camera just a little bit. We've had some guests on the show. We've had some different topics going on in the past. And a couple of things, this month is, we've said the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we've done one show on mental health and how you can do better in life and enjoy life more. That's very important. And I want to talk to you today about something that has been weighing heavily on my mind, and with personal experience and other people's experiences in my life, that I just want to take some time and talk to you about today. Nothing fancy, no guests, just me and you and the camera or the microphone, as the case may be, with some of you that are just listening to this, the recording of this in the future. But the topic that I want to talk to you all about today is this: you can be the one too. And what does that mean? So many people, and I listen to a lot of people. I'm sure many of you that watch the show do as well. I'm not waiting for people to log in like I sometimes do. You know what? People know when the show starts, and they come back and they'll listen to this, and they'll catch content from the very beginning. That's just the way it's going to be. I want this to be packed with content for you. I want to help people, but the topic has been raised to me so many times lately from people that I've watched in the past. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers and leaders. I just came back from a great conference in Dallas last week with some wonderful speakers and leaders there talking on every number of topic, from business to personal life to social media to faith to your inner witness. And the topics ran the gamut through all of those things. And one of the things that was a recurring theme through that, that conference that I was just at, and then many of the people that I've listened to in the past, is there can be a breakthrough person, a breakout person that comes along in every family. And maybe this has happened in your family. Maybe it hasn't happened in your family yet, but all the way back from Les Brown's video on YouTube, and you can look this up. It's called I'm the One. Look up I'm the One by Les Brown. And then look at other videos from Evan Carmichael to Lewis Howes to Ed Milet. There's so many people that have been interviewed on the Ed Milet show on Max Out. And all of these other people that have a show or a podcast, and they interview these people that are, from a family or from a business or from an industry that became the breakout person in that industry. And everyone says, you're the one. But what does that do to the rest of us, or the rest of you, that may not feel like you are the one, or maybe there has not been that person yet in your family or your industry? You've been waiting for someone to come along and say, that's me. Someone, the cream always rises to the top, right? When you shake up a gallon of milk, fresh milk, the cream would rise to the top. And people use that to define the person, the one who has risen to the top in their industry. top in their sphere, in their field, and they define that person as the one. People tuning in to watch the show, then tuning out as well as fast as they come in. More people coming on. So this is live every week, Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock, and that's just the nature of the show. So welcome those of you that are watching already. The title may have thrown you, but yes, I believe that you can be the one too. That means you can be the one also. There are people that have said about me in the past, I come from the Lee family on the Oregon coast. I've done some research about my family history, and people have said that I'm the one, but I'm just a one. I'm not the one, and that's something I want everyone to get today as we talk about this. Les Brown's show, I'm the One, is so motivational. And I refer to a lot of people in the show from time to time because they've inspired me, and that helps me to motivate you and lead and inspire you. The better thing than motivation is preparation. And I hope you use this. I say this frequently. I hope you use the topics from the show and the content from the show to help you prepare to have a better future. That's what I want. I want you to have success in every area of life. But he says frequently, Les Brown says in that show, there will be one person that finally says enough is enough, that finally says, I want to rise above my peers. I want to reach a higher level. I want to do more things in life. And they define that person as the one. Les Brown screams out, I'm the one. He came from a life of hardship and setback, basically abandoned, left on a lady's doorstep with his twin brother, and was labeled mentally retarded, uneducable, unable to be taught. And he turned out to be a phenomenal person. And many people in the past, hey, Elva, good morning. Thanks for watching. Elva's on my team. She's an amazing friend and real estate agent. So he was labeled many things and went on to achieve greatness in life. Many people in life, and I've used many examples on the show in the past, were labeled certain things as a child, that they would never make it past a certain grade. They would never be able to be taught. They would never achieve greatness. They were not the one. And they dug in their heels and learned what they needed to learn and put themselves in front of people that they needed to be in front of to ensure that they became the one. But what happens if there's already been a person in your family or your industry that broke out? What if your brother or sister already got famous doing something that you thought you were going to be famous for doing? What if you were a musician and you come from a family of musicians and one of you strikes it big? Does that mean that just because one of you struck it big, that the rest of your family of musicians is less important than you are? Absolutely not. If one team member at your business makes it big and they become the right person who happens to be in the right place at the right time, and they get a huge deal, and that leads to great success in their life, does that make everyone else at that company or in that business less important or less apt to break out and reach their own success? Because I find that right now there are too many people that are stuck in this rut of someone's already done that. How many of you know someone in your family or your industry that says, someone's already done that? I can't do that because someone else already did. I'm here to tell you today, you can be the one too. And you can be the person in the back of the room when someone else is talking about success and all of the things that they've done. And you can be the one in the back of the room raising your hand saying, me too, me too. I'm the one too. It's not just limited to that one. And I want you guys to get that today. I don't want everyone in a family to think that just because one person made it big, that they can't also. The sky's the limit for all of us. And we can say that life has beat us down and that I didn't get the same opportunity that they did, that my brother did, that my sister did, that my parent did. They got a great opportunity. They were in the right place at the right time. They had the brains, they had the determination, they had the drive and the skills to make it big, and I don't. That is a limiting belief. And I was sitting in this conference room with hundreds of people this last week that looked great on stage, some of them better than others. Some of them, it was their first opportunity to speak on a big stage like that at a conference. And that's one of the things that I aspire to do in the future. My platform right now is the internet, and I've been doing this for years. And I've been on stage before and was a singer and speaker, but not at a conference speaker. And that's something that I do aspire to do in the future. Hey, I can be the one too. But there were many speakers on this stage that did very well. Some of them had note cards, and very nervously they read from their note cards. And by the time they were done giving their presentation, they would get a standing ovation. For some people, it was easy to come out on the stage and tell a compelling story and show some great slides of things that they have achieved. But the main theme that ran through this conference I was at, even though it was a business conference, was the power of giving back and helping others. And if you have the power within you to reach out and help other people achieve the same thing that you have done, then you, my friend, are a great person. If you have the power to reach a hand down and help someone else up so they can achieve the same thing that you do, that is a grand thing. And these people all had a story. Most of them had a story of hardship in their life, a person close to them that had passed away, a medical, disability that they had that they overcame, the loss of business, the loss of fortunes, the loss of money, people that have filed bankruptcy, people that were raising children that were born with mental handicaps. And they've all found ways to overcome and help other people do the same thing too. There doesn't have to be just one. No family or business is limited to one superhero. They can be more than one. I'm not going to get cheesy and go into the superhero stories about this, but Superman is not the only superhero. There are more, right? So you don't have to be limited in your family or your business to one superhero. One of the shows we've done in the past actually talks about that, becoming your own superhero. I picked up a shirt at this conference last week that talks about that. That says you can be your own superhero. And if you're only a superhero to yourself and that becomes successful for you, and you learn how to do that in your own life, then you can turn around and become a superhero to the person next to you. And eventually you can help them become a superhero to the person next to them. And that breakout person that you happen to be around, or that you happen to be, ends up leading a whole group of people to be breakout superstars in their field. What a lonely life it would be if there were only one breakout person in every family. How lonely do you think it is for the person that is the one that broke out, that did achieve some level of success? In your family, maybe you're the first person that got a college education, right? Maybe you're the first person that graduated from high school in 3 generations. I don't know what your story is. Maybe you're that person that did have a person born into your life with a mental handicap or extreme physical handicaps, and you overcame those obstacles to give that family member a great life and spent maybe your whole lifetime helping that person to do better, to live a fulfilling life. You're that breakout person. You're the person that did what needed to be done to help that person. And by doing that, you've achieved greatness doing it. I don't know what your story is, but maybe you are that person. Maybe you're the first person that happened to be in the right place at the right time, and you met the right person and you achieved stardom. What are you going to do with that success? Are you going to heap it upon yourself, or are you going to use it to go bless other people and help them feel the same way that you do, that they can do it too? You can be the one too. You matter. And many of you may be thinking right now that you don't. And I've heard this too many times lately. It breaks my heart. Too many people. Cody says, I'm the first person in my family to hang out with Patrick Lee. Hashtag breakout. I love it. I love it. I have the best friends, the best people that watch the show every week. It's amazing. But maybe you are that person. You know what? Cody runs a very successful restaurant. But many people don't know that Cody and Gina are also very big hearted givers. And they're serving on a board with me right now to help um, run a nonprofit. And we're going to be doing a big event here soon for um, a couple of nonprofits, a giant fundraiser to help people that can't help themselves. So the people that I surround myself with, uh, Cody's wife, Gina, a dear friend, super sweet lady, comes from a family of achievers. There are many people in her family that are achievers, and now Gina is also a super high achiever. A lot of my friends are the people in their family that decided to do something with their life, and they broke the mold. They emerged from the shell that they had encased themselves in, and they achieved levels of success in their life. And I'm on the way. You know what I mean? I'm on the way to achieving some things in life. But that doesn't mean that my brothers and sisters can't achieve things in life. My wish, my ultimate desire is that every one of my siblings, my cousins, my family members achieves more in life than I have. Believe it or not. I may not be the one, but I am one. And so are you. So are you. You're one too. You can be the one too. If you have a sibling that has achieved a great level of success, it doesn't negate your success. If someone in your family is of great worth, it doesn't lessen your worth. You matter. You can be the one too. That's the message of the day. Because like I said, this being mental health awareness month, it doesn't mean that we all have mental health issues. It means that we should all be aware that everyone has some kind of mental health issue, and we should all be helping each and every one of those people in our sphere of influence to have a better life. And if you're the person that's tearing them down, doing nothing, then heaping glory on yourself to the detriment of your fellow man, shame on you. I'm not preaching, I'm just teaching. Shame on you. Being the one, I have heard from many people, can be very lonely, because once you become the one, you're all of a sudden put into a different class, a different group of people. And if you don't find people in that sphere, in that new jungle, that new environment that you're in, you're going to wither and die. You may have achieved success, but if you don't know how to run in those circles will eat you up, chew you up, spit you out. You're done. So why not create a group of people just like you that you have helped to also become a breakout star in their life, in their family, in their world, in their business? You know what I mean? Hey, Robert, good to see you on here as well. Sal, good to see you watching the show. Sal's a faithful viewer. A lot of people I had no idea that watch the show other than those that comment. If you don't comment, I don't know that you're always watching, but many people come up and say, hey, man, I love the show. Keep doing what you're doing. And I love that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And that's the reason I say the things that I say today. If you have achieved some level of success, share that with someone else. If you have learned something in life that helps you get ahead in life easier than you used to, if you found a tool, a tip, or a trick to make life go faster and more successful for you, share that with somebody. The only way for love to be truly love is if you give it away, right? If you have a gift to give and you withhold that and just heap it upon yourself, that must be a very lonely life. Now, the Bible does say we're not to cast pearls before the swine. But what that really means is the swine do not know the difference between pearls and food. And if you share your wisdom, your resources, your success with people that don't understand or don't have the ability to do anything with that, then that could be a problem. But it then becomes our goal to teach them how to utilize that. I was doing a podcast with another company here a couple of weeks ago, and the motto this lady happened to share was "Each one reach one," and I love that. Each one reach one. If each person can go out and reach one more person and help them become successful in life as well, what a better life, better world, better planet we would all be living in, right? And you may say, Patrick, I don't know how to do that. I really don't know how to do that. I've stumbled upon success and I don't really know what to do with it. I'm doing better in life. I don't know how to teach that to someone else. I would also submit to you this motto that I am learning how to live by that says, more is caught than taught. What does that mean? How many of you know that as you live, if you've ever had children in your life, that as you live and grow, your children will start to imitate what you do, right? Hey, Gary, don't look as good as you, but thank you for the compliment. You've got much better hair than I do. It's my friend Gary. But it's true. More is caught than taught. Your children end up learning how to grow up imitating you. You end up becoming the person in your sphere of influence. You end up starting to act, sometimes look, dress, and talk like the person that you look up to, that breakout person. If there's a leader in your social group, how many of you turn around and try to start acting like that person? If they are successful, don't we automatically teach everyone to find someone who's already been where you want to go and go follow them? Follow that person? The best imitator wins, right? If you haven't done the work or known how to do that work, wouldn't you just go follow the leader? How many of us in the world right now have mentors and coaches? Why? Because they can teach us how to go where we haven't been, because they've been there. I won't have a coach. I certainly won't pay a coach to tell me how to go somewhere that they have never been themselves. That would be foolish. That might be casting your pearls before the swine, because they're just fluff. They don't know how to get somewhere. They may be book smart, but they've never actually done anything, right? So I would never pay someone to tell me how to go somewhere that they've never been, because they don't know how to get there. But I would certainly pay someone who has been there. If someone has been a breakout person in their life, family, or business, I certainly believe that each one of them should reach another person. And if you will simply start acting, leading, guiding, teaching, and showing, the person around you will catch on to what you have done, and they can be successful too. I hope this is resonating with you guys today. I just wanted to take this time to get on here and talk to you about this. It's been weighing heavy on my heart, and some things have been said to me and about me personally recently in reference to this, and people have said things like this to me in the past. And it's also been said and brought up at this big conference. It was brought to a head through many different speakers at this conference, and it just really it reached me on a different level, and it made it much more important to me to get some of this into my message as to how we help other people. Someone had to have reached down their hand to help you get to where you are today. And what foolish people we would be if we do not reach our hand down likewise and help bring someone else along with us. I'm one, you're one, we can all be one too. This has been Patrick Lee with Midweek Motivation Live. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, please click the subscribe button below the video. If you are on Facebook or LinkedIn, like, love, and share the video with those that you think would be helped by this, and I would sure appreciate it. If you know anyone in the market to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate, please click on the link to my digital business card in the comments below this video. That is www.patricklee.work. Get an appointment in my calendar through Calendly, and I would be happy to talk to you about anything real estate related. And to be quite honest, if you just want to get in my calendar and schedule a call for us to chat, I would love to talk to you about life, success, how to help you, maybe how you can help me. I'd love that. Click on the digital business card in the comments below this video as well. I'll see you guys next week. It's been a great show. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.